Grandad, Mum and Son Estate Agency. Today I'm joined by the lovely Ben Moser, who is the grandson of the estate agency and letting agency boss at Petermans. You've got your mum as well, you got Wendy as well.
Yep.
Love her to bits.
Yep.
And we've finally got you, Ben, on the sofa today. How the hell do you run an estate agents with granddad, mum and son in the business? Because you're all feisty characters, if you don't mind me saying. That's a compliment.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad. I just have to qualify that bit. Thank you very much. It's challenging at times, but I wouldn't change it for the world.
Okay.
It's a clash of personalities sometimes and generational. But at its core, we care deeply about each other and about our staff.
I've never actually met your granddad, but I've met you a number of times. I've met your mum loads of times, and if your granddad's half as fiery and fiery is the wrong word, passionate.
There you go.
Passionate about then he's going to be a right one, and that's a compliment, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much, and he is. It's where we get it from, to be quite honest.
Yeah, but again, when there's three of you, isn't there a cousin as well?
Yeah, Howard. So Howard is one of the other directors. He runs our Edgware branch. He's been in commercial property for 30-something years now. So
what are the pros and cons of running a family business, and what advice would you give to people watching this?
the pros are that you do have a bit more flexibility in initiatives you want to try, marketing strategies, because you've got a slightly more informal way of speaking with each other and a bit more freedom to bounce ideas around rather than having formal stakes like shareholders and everything. It can work to and from. Sometimes priorities can be hard to place.
Yeah, I mean, how do you switch off? Let's say you're at a family gathering.
Oh, you don't. As you really try, absolutely, you try as much as you can, but because it's been such a big part of the family for so long, it's almost impossible to not have some conversation go on to. Fortunately, my son and my two nieces, as they've grown, I mean, the oldest is 4, that's kind of helps, because when there's the grandchildren involved, that helps. But my granddad's 92, and I wouldn't change anything about the way he is.
And he's still in the business.
He's not directly in the business as such. He is still around.
Still an equity partner, and still.
But very much so, very much so. And we will always go to him if there's something that his experience is second to none. I don't think there's many people who've had the experience he's had. We started from him and his brother managing their own properties in Herne Hill and Denmark Hill, and it's just grown from there.
Come back, the advice of a business with your mum, uncle, do you say it would be your uncle?
Cousin, second cousin. Yeah.
And granddad, what advice would you give to anyone watching this if they're in a family environment?
Ride it out when things get a little bit difficult. Families are always tricky to navigate, but these successes you have within a family business environment are almost, I would say, second to none. I genuinely, you can enjoy the successes of your business when your family have been there to support you and protect you in a way that I can't. It's very different from anything else.
Because ultimately, blood is thicker than water, isn't it? And you can trust these people. Well, I know, families, but so there's certainly the advantages there. What about if there's conflict, or how do you resolve that?
I think there's probably more conflict at times, but the way that you resolve those is as you would do in any family situation. The business side of things is business. And yes, sometimes people have differing opinions, but you also do have a slightly more informal way to discuss those problems between each other.
Okay. And do you think are the pitfalls?
The pitfalls are that sometimes if there's something that people aren't good at, it can be pushed down the priority list. Whereas if there's a bit more of a structure, you do. It's part of the nature of family, unfortunately, but it's worth it.
You wouldn't change it for the world, would you?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't. I've had opportunities to go to other places during my time, and I've been to a few, but I wouldn't change the dynamic I have. It's a very special bond to have. And I would recommend if anyone has the chance to do it, it's something that you will treasure for the rest of your life.
If someone is working in a family agency watching this, would you feel comfortable them picking the phone up to you on social and just having a chat, just running through a few things?
Absolutely, absolutely, 100%. In these sort of scenarios, there's a lot more freedom for staff to try new things, to come to us and say, you know what, because we aim to make them feel that they are in a family environment as well. You know, we give them flexibility with, you know, time away from the desk, because we trust them as we would trust our family to work the way that we want them to work to without micromanaging them. And fortunately, we've got a very low, high retention. That's the one.
But I'm talking more about like someone who's a neg or a manager
Yeah,
of a
please.
family business. Just pick up the phone and
Absolutely, I would love to. I'm very fortunate to be a mentor of agents together. But even just on a casual thing, if someone works in a family business and they have questions, they don't feel comfortable at that point, I'm more than happy to do that, 100%.
Ben, thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much.